Hola y bienvenidos a Madrid. This week we are in the Spanish capital and we are going to show you 25 of the best things to do in the city. We were beyond excited to come and visit Madrid. After all, this is a city renowned for its arts, cuisine, and nightlife. With 10 days to spare, we decided to hit up some of the best sites and attractions and film a guide highlighting 25 things to do in Madrid. In this video, you can expect everything from lively markets and world-renowned museums to beautiful gardens and Spanish dishes. Now let's find out what the Spanish capital is all about. This morning we are visiting Real Jardín Botánico, which are the Royal Botanical Gardens here in Madrid. And it's a beautiful space, shaded, lots of different plants from around the world. And the place is actually massive. So I'm going to show you the map so you can get an idea of how many little gardens you can visit.
And we've only covered a fraction of it so far.
Yep.
Palacio Real de Madrid is one of the largest palaces in all of Europe. Technically, this is the official residence of the Spanish royal family. However, they choose to live in a smaller and more modest palace in the outskirts of town. The royal palace is open to visitors year-round. So another thing you can do at the palace here is check out the changing of the guard. We were here at 11 o'clock and that's when it started.
That we keep noticing about our stay here in Madrid is that they love their gardens and their parks. Right now we are visiting a place called Jardines de Sabatini, and again it's just a garden that's located behind the royal palace, and it's a beautiful place to visit and there's hardly any tourists here, so I recommend you come check it out. We are riding the cable car over Madrid. It's an 11-minute journey, 2.5 kilometers, and I think we're going to get some great views of the city. La Rosaleda is a massive rose garden located in the west end of the city. Every year during the month of May, a contest is held to select the most beautiful rose of them all. We missed the contest by a couple of months, but we still enjoyed wandering through the grounds.
Meals were a big highlight during our visit to Madrid, especially gazpacho.
Okay, so time for the first spoonful of gazpacho. Ho ho ho, baby. That is so good. It's tangy because of the tomato. It's served cold, so it's really refreshing. And this one has a lot more ingredients than salmorejo. So I just put in some chopped bell peppers, green and red peppers. It's also got a bit of onions in there. And it was drizzled with olive oil on top. So great combination on a hot summer day. I'm just going to keep enjoying this over here. So good. The Prado Museum holds one of the best collections of Spanish art. They have works by artists like Francisco de Goya, Diego Velázquez, and El Greco. Admission to the museum is free in the evenings 2 hours before closing, but you'll need a few days to cover everything this museum has to offer. So at the moment we are visiting Parque del Buen Retiro, which is one of the biggest parks in the city, and we're just taking a little break in the shade because summer in Madrid feels like someone has turned on the blow dryer and they're just blowing it all over your body. It's like a wall of hot air hitting you in the face. So we need to rest and cool down, people. Parque del Buen Retiro is a massive park in Madrid. It has beautiful boulevards for strolling, a large pond where you can rent rowboats, and plazas with trees that will make you feel like you've stumbled into Alice in Wonderland.
One attraction you shouldn't miss when visiting Parque de Retiro is the Crystal Palace. It's a beautiful building that streams in natural sunlight, and on occasion they host contemporary art exhibitions.
Palacio de Velázquez is also located in the same park. It has red brick and tile architecture, and inside you'll find temporary exhibitions organized through the Reina Sofia Museum.
So if you're in Madrid during the summer months, you can check out this book fair, which is located just behind the Botanical Gardens. Cuesta de Moyano is a little hill lined with book stands, and you can pick up literature ranging from philosophy to fantasy, all for a couple of euros. We couldn't come to the capital and not try Spain's national dish, paella.
Okay, so your mixed paella has arrived. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the paella is finally here. So the mixed paella has a whole bunch of different things. Let's take a look down at it.
Okay.
So you can see that there's chicken, we've got shrimp, we've got other kinds of seafood, we've got peas. So let's take the first bite here. My favorite Spanish food. The thing I like about it so much is that you have all these different ingredients and it just has such a flavorful sauce on top of the rice. It's just so good.
Well, we certainly polished that off, so now let's talk about the price.
Yeah, that was nice and filling. So in terms of price, it can vary widely. In more expensive kind of like gourmet restaurants that really specialize in it, we've seen it go up to 30 or 35 euros. We've never actually ate somewhere like that. The place we went to was 11 euros and we thought it was a really good value. We're both really full now. And I've also seen it as an appetizer in some smaller types of restaurants, and you can expect maybe to pay 7 or 8 euros for that.
So next up we're going to visit the Temple of Debit, which is an ancient Egyptian temple that's here in Madrid. And now it wasn't stolen by the Spaniards, it was actually given as a gift because they were building a dam in Egypt in the same area where the temple used to be located, and it was at risk of flooding. So it was given as a gift in order to preserve it. And it's actually a really popular place to watch the sunset, and there's lots of people hanging out here, so we're going to show you a bit of that.
Here we are visiting the home of Real Madrid Football Club, easily one of the most famous teams in the world, not just in Spain, and we're going to take a little walk around outside.
And you have a new hat to represent.
I just did buy one of these. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium is home to the Real Madrid Football Club. This is one of the most popular football teams in the world with a huge fan base.
Another thing to do in Madrid is actually go out and experience the nightlife. So tonight we're out having a nice little drink. I've got Tinto de Verano, Sam's got Sangria, and I do have to warn you, the nightlife in Madrid does get started pretty late. We're out right now at like 9:30, and that's super early. Normally people get together past midnight and things keep going to like 4 or 5 in the morning, so you've been warned. So what have been your first impressions of Madrid's nightlife?
Pulsating, in a word. Recently we were out with friends and we didn't get back home until about 4:35 in the morning. Definitely a night to remember.
The San Miguel Market is the place to come if you want to sample a wide array of Spanish dishes all under one roof. You'll find everything ranging from seafood to meats and sausages, as well as glasses of sangria and tinto de verano.
Plaza Mayor is Madrid's central square and it is lined with little cafes and restaurants. It's a nice place to enjoy a cup of coffee and do a bit of people watching, but you will pay a lot more than you would elsewhere in the city.
So it is breakfast time here in Madrid. We've just rolled out of bed at 10 a.m., which is a bit unusual, but we're here at a local cafe and we're going to have a traditional Spanish breakfast. So we have ordered hot chocolate with churros and porras. So we're going to show you what those are like in just a few minutes. What are you having?
I'm actually having the proper churros, which is a deep fried dough. And what I found interesting is when I've had this in Canada, it's more of a dessert, but over here in Spain, it is a breakfast, and it's a very popular breakfast item. So let's dip that right into the chocolate.
Show us how it's done.
Break off a piece here. Oh, and that hot chocolate is as thick as it gets. It must have some kind of special ingredients that make it especially thick and rich.
It's like mud.
Well, chocolate sludge. Wow. Let me just say, I can get very used to having this as my normal breakfast. It's that good.
So what I find unique about the Spanish churros is the shape. When we had these in South America, they were usually like long little strips. And also, there's no filling in these. I still haven't come across any Spanish churros that have fillings, whereas in South America they were stuffed with chocolate, vanilla pudding, dulce de leche, so that's another difference. Now, let's dip this. Ooh la la. This is so good. It's like a wishbone.
Puerta del Sol means Gate of the Sun, and it's one of the busiest spots in Madrid. It's a great spot to do a bit of shopping, catch a street performance, and then grab a quick bite.
La Almudena is a Catholic church which sits directly across from the Royal Palace. The church is open to visitors free of charge, but a small donation is suggested to upkeep the building.
Now we're visiting the Oriental Plaza, which is right by the palace. It's a nice kind of scenic area to walk, and you can see all kinds of plants from Asia.
Time for another breakfast here in Madrid. Today we are having the madrileño, which is the local breakfast that everybody likes to eat in the city. And if you look down here, you'll be able to see this is tortilla, which is a potato and egg type of dish. So it's kind of like a potato and egg omelet, and it is delicious. It comes with a side of bread, and I can't wait to dig in. So good. So good.
This is your favorite breakfast.
It really is. I've been eating it daily. And on my birthday, I had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how much I like it.
The Queen Sofia Museum focuses on 20th century art. It forms part of the Golden Triangle of art, which includes the Prado and the Thyssen.
You can also visit the Thyssen-Bornemisza, an art museum in the city that was once the second largest private collection in the world.
Final thoughts on your time in Madrid?
Well, I really enjoy the city and I really found that it's super walkable. We were here for 10 days and we hardly had to take the metro at all. We just took the bus once when we were visiting the stadium, but the rest of the time we were able to walk wherever we needed to go. And also, I think it's a great city for art lovers. There are so many galleries and museums to check out, and a lot of them are free in the evening, so keep that in mind. And now it is your turn. What did you think of Madrid?
You know what, I absolutely love Madrid. It's a city that just really clicked with me. We have a lot of friends that are living here long term, and prior to coming here I had no idea, like, you know, why would someone want to come to Madrid? Now I totally get it. I love the culture, I love the food, I love the nightlife. Everything is really cheap. I go to the grocery store and I can get a 1 liter thing of wine for just over €1. It's just a really affordable, fun city to be in, and it's somewhere I hope I have a chance to come back to again soon. And that is a wrap of our time in Madrid. We had a splendid time and we're truly sad to say goodbye to the city, but that just means we'll have to come back again. If you have any travel tips for Madrid, feel free to share those in the comments below. And once again, for more city guides and travel videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel.